What's up? Welcome back to the Graced Podcast. I'm your host, Camille, and this is episode number 4. I know. Before you say it, it's been a long time. I know. I'm so sorry. Things have been crazy, but they are starting to settle down. I'm going to fill you guys in right quick on what's been happening. So, January 2022, we signed a contract to start building our semi-new construction home. We knew that was going to take about a year. And when we got to about October, which I think is when the last podcast came out, it was just so much happening, so many decisions. Like everything was like, it was like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, okay, something has to give because your girl was just wearing real thin. And the podcast was one of the things that I felt that I could put down for just a minute and then I could pick back up. But then life started lifing and I did not pick it up as soon as I wanted to. But thank God for a good community that can get you back in realignment with what God has asked you to do. So I say that because I was reminded that I needed to get this back going. So shout out to the tribe, shout out to the family. I love you. Thank you so much for getting me back on track. But that'll be another podcast episode. January 2023, we signed and closed on our home. And January to March, we were just getting services set up. We were looking at furniture. We were getting items we needed for the house. We were painting. We were we were doing all of the things. It is now May. No, I am lying. It is June 3rd. I don't know where I'm stuck in May apparently, but it's June 3rd. And so we've been in the house not quite 3 months, almost 3 months though. And things are going great. It's been an adjustment. We are getting used to all of the things, but homeownership is great thus far. I'll have to do a whole nother podcast about that and about building a new construction home and what that looks like. So everything that we selected for this particular home, like we literally had to select every single thing. I think that's why I felt kind of draining there for a minute. But anyway, I'm back. The podcast is moving forward. I have so much great content. The Lord has just been downloading so many good things, and I cannot wait to share them with you. One of the biggest things that's going to be new and added to the podcast is we are going to start digging deep into the Lord and reading our word. It is one of the most important things that I feel many people struggle with. And when I say many people, I'm one of those many people up until recently. So I've been thoroughly enjoying reading my Bible, learning about God, learning the stories, learning how it applies to my life and to help me navigate through my day-to-day. It is like, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. Another podcast. But if you're new here, this is a Holy Spirit-led podcast, so there is no schedule at this moment, but that very well could change to where I have a set and established schedule of when the podcast will come out. But until then, you want to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel where you can watch this podcast. And you want to make sure that you are following us on Instagram and listening to us on the streaming platforms. I will have everything linked down below. All you have to do is hit the thumbs up button, share with a friend, and make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss an episode because it's about to get so good. I'm so excited. We are going to start having some guests on the podcast. Episode 5, I already recorded like a month ago. And my friend, I love her. And it was just a really good podcast. But if you guys have any recommendations, or if you want to get on the podcast and just talk about life or whatever you have going on, I would definitely love to have you on. You can send me a message or leave a comment below, and we will definitely get that set up. But until then, this is going to be the end of this life update, I guess you would say. And I'm going to go to bed because I have church tomorrow and I am extremely tired. But I'm so glad to be back. Absolutely thrilled. We're about to get into all these creative juices. And I just really want you guys to stick along and hang in there with me. And I'm looking forward to doing episode 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I don't know. Right now, the Lord has not put it in my heart to do seasons. So we're just going to go straight through and however long until he says otherwise. So anyway, let me quit rambling on. I will catch you guys in episode 5. Until next time, peace out.